The Score is the place for local spring high school sports, and we've got some for you right now. Brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts here at CMCC. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. By Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone & Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. SBS Carbon Copy in Waterville, where printing's personal, not puzzling. PJ Diggs, the excavation pros. If it's dirt, they do it. Renewal by Anderson, award-winning replacement windows and doors. Schedule your free consultation today. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Maine Preventative Maintenance community for over 100 years. JDH3 Design at jdh3designs.com, where they can print on just about anything. Valley Beverage, delivering great beverages every day. Dixon's Country Market in Benton, with 24-hour diesel service and the best takeout food around. And by Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Now, let's go live to Mike Violet and AJ Knight.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Hoke Field in Gardiner, where this afternoon here on The Score, we bring you live coverage of a pretty important late-season Class B boys lacrosse matchup between the Gardiner Tigers and the Messalonskee Eagles. He's AJ Knight. I'm Mike Violet. The Messalonskee Eagles are number 3 in the latest heel points. Not the last ones, but the latest heel points. They come in with a record of 11-2. The Gardiner Tigers 9-4. They come in at number 8. They win this game today here, AJ. They assure themselves of a top 8 finish, maybe a top 5 finish, maybe a top 4 finish in a home playoff game.
Yeah, no, so 8 is that danger spot, right? You're right on the line. Looking at the heel points, it feels like they're fairly comfortably above 9, but you're still sitting there. And to emphasize just how I think teeter-tottery can be, neither of these teams have lost recently, and last week this was a first-round matchup. It was 2-7, and since then they've moved to 3-8, which means they won't see each other, and neither has lost the last week, and that's just how close it's, I think, been in that top 8, basically.
Yeah, it's a very fine line here as you come down the stretch. There is movement, there is jockeying, and there are things that you can't account for with the heel points. It's a very tenuous kind of thing, as we have seen. You mentioned the movement from 3-7 to 2-8, so that's the way she goes. As far as what we've seen from these teams this year, we've seen both of these teams play. We've seen both of these teams play really well. I'm excited about this matchup. I think it's fairly even.
Yeah, both teams, I think, have a lot of offensive talent. I think you'd say the one big difference is experience, right? That Gardiner team is, and we're here for senior night, which I expect to be sort of short because it's a super young team. That magic number, I know you love magic numbers, Mike, still sticks for Gardiner. If a team has scored more than 6 goals, they've beaten the Tigers.
Right.
And this defensive unit between hockey and lacrosse is a very experienced defensive unit for Messalonskee.
Yep, it sure is, with tons of talent on that defensive unit. And despite having a young goalkeeper in Andrew Witham, who's just a freshman, we saw him play. He looked pretty sure of himself back there. Not in a cocky way, I don't mean that. He just looked like for a freshman, he knew what he was doing. He knew where he should be. He knew the role of a goalkeeper. You talk about frequently about distributing the ball, getting the ball upfield and such.
Yeah, no, I think when the big game for Messalonskee we had was Oak Hill. I think in that one he equated himself well. I think there was a couple shots outside of a range. I think he would like to have back, which will be interesting to see today against, again, a very talented offensive first six between their first midfield and their attack group for Gardiner. But I think he shows why. They had 2 junior goalkeepers last year. I think it's a testament to his skills that despite the fact both those goalies could have been back, they named him the starter. And as we saw, Hunter Halley, who's the goalie for the hockey team and was the starter at the end of the season last year, moved to midfield. So they were obviously very comfortable with him. Yeah,
Tom Sheridan, a very veteran coach for the Messalonskee Eagles, must have been very sure about how Witham was going to be because Halley hasn't played goal all year. He has been up, as you mentioned, as a midi or even up as an attack person. So they feel very good about him here. Logan Crowley in goal for Gardiner is like a comfortable old shoe. He's a veteran. He's been back there for a long time. He knows how to play the position. Yep. And with the offense that Gardiner has, some games he doesn't get a whole lot of work.
Yeah, I think that's been one of the testaments. I think that's why the magic number for Gardiner has been 6, because in their games that they have won, they have really prevented teams from scoring a ton of goals. Again, if you've scored more than 6, you beat them. So all of their victories, teams have scored 6 or less. A big part of that is they just possess the ball a ton. Yeah. That's going to be a challenge today because as we got the numbers, talking to coach from Messalonskee, they have great offensive players as well, but Garrett Bell, 75% face-off win, 3 of 4. He's going to pick up. And you thought
Bryce Crowell was good.
Yeah.
And he was. Yes. He's the best we'd ever seen in high school lacrosse at the face-off position. Of course, he's gone to Maine Maritime and done the same thing there. So you talk about big shoes to fill, and he's done it.
Yeah, and I mean, just to throw in, we just had the national championships conclude in Division I for men's and women's lacrosse. There are several teams Duke comes to mind. They've been the second best team all season. They couldn't get out of the quarterfinals because they could not win faceoffs against that Maryland team. Faceoffs are because much like very few sports, can you play make it, take it? In lacrosse, you can score, and you can immediately get the possession right back.
Yeah, and we've seen it happen so many times. We saw it happen with Kroll. It's been happening with Bell this year. It's also happened here with this Gardiner team. You make it, you take, whatever you said.
Make it, take
it. Possession is so important, and so many times these good clubs who have good face-off people, good face-off men, win the face-off, take it right down the field, and put it in the net. And it's so vitally important. Possession is absolutely huge. Both of these teams play the possession game really well. They don't give up that ball easily.
No, again, they're very talented. The first 6 for Gardiner is extremely talented between their starting midfield and, of course, their starting attack. Braden Elliott's going to be someone we talk a lot about because I think he's the straw that really stirs the drink. The thing that'll be interesting, though, that I've noticed is Gardiner really only plays one midfield each way. They have kind of a face-off defensive set, and they have an offensive set, and you'll get familiar with those names. They don't really get out of those top 3. The problem with that is that Messalonskee is equally talented offensively, and so that depth, I think, is going to get tested. You might see some gas Gardiner midfielders by the end of this game, potentially.
As AJ mentioned, it is senior night here tonight at Hokefield and Gardiner. Let's turn our attention to that right now. Just missing Logan Crowley and his parents and family coming out. And here is Jacob Bragg, one of the Gardiner Tigers seniors, coming out. Bragg. Scott Ho's whole family there coming out. And flowers for Mom here. One of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seniors on this Gardiner Tigers team. They have more seniors on their team than the Skowhegan softball team had the other day. On Tuesday, they had 9. Yeah. So some rebuilding going on here in Gardiner with the boys lacrosse team next year as well for Casey Johnson.
I do think, though, even with 10 seniors, as I talked about in the pregame, when you talk about, I guess, the 2 deeps, right, to put it into a football analogy, when it comes to the 2 deeps, the top of their depth chart, though, is it doesn't seem to be a ton of the seniors, especially on the offensive side. So this team, we talked about it midway through as Gardiner was kind of flirting with, are they going to get in? Are they not going to get in the heel points rankings? Potentially right now they're going to travel to number 1 York. That's what the standings say right now, who's only lost 1 game all season. And that's a tough matchup, but this Gardiner team has the talent to make things really frustrating in the postseason.
Jack Crochet and his family posing for the family portrait. Crochet, one of the 10 seniors. And here is Evan Mishu, a defenseman. Mishu, a senior.
With a number change.
Yes, he has worn 2 all year, and for whatever reason, he's going to wear 3 today, which means Braden Elliott, who wears 3 normally, is going to wear 7 today.
Worth noting, so we've seen, this is the 4th time we've seen this Gardiner team. Elliott's been the player of the game twice, and then we had them for the Lawrence Winslow Outlaws game, and it was Asher Nagy was the player of the game there, and just some eye-popping numbers. I think Nagy had 6 points. Elliott, one of the games, I think, he had 3. It was in that low-scoring Erskine game. And then against Coney, he had 10, I think. Something insane, like 7 goals, 4 assists.
We have seen some crazy cartoonish-like numbers with the Gardiner Tigers this year. They can really light it up. And on the other hand, we've seen the Messalonskee Eagles go against some iron this year, including Oak Hill, and play really, really well.
Yeah, their only 2 losses are to Yarmouth, who's sitting number 2 in Class B, and then Cape Elizabeth, who I'm assuming is going to be very good in Class A.
Yeah.
So, and they've beaten Brunswick twice, who's currently sitting in the 4th spot in the heel points. They're up there.
Yep.
So they have played a tough schedule. They have, again, equally talented offensive pieces. I mean, Brady Brunel has 45 goals and 37 assists this season. That's 82 points. He's the all-time Messalonskee point leader, which is nuts to me because last year we celebrated, Mike, help me, your favorite point guard for Messalonskee.
Walter Fiegel.
Yeah, Walter Fiegel, who hit 100 career goals last year, and Brunel's the career point leader with 308. Ryan Parrott has 53 goals this season.
Yep, that's Cody Dingwell you're seeing right now with his folks. And, yeah, the losses, Cape Elizabeth beat Messalonskee by a score of 13-7, and they lost to Yarmouth 18-11. So you talk about playing iron and really sharpening the edges. They have played the iron down there. Even though it's only one class, one region, there aren't 2 regions. They have played these schools from the south that are traditionally strong, whether it's Class A or Class B, and they have played really well against them. And Oak Hill, quality program too, and they won that one.
Yeah, both these teams actually beat an Oak Hill team that I think could win a state championship, though worth noting in our backyard, who we're going to, I think, for sure see for the playoffs, that Winthrop Maranacook team. They do a lot of great work on their social media, which we were lucky to get tagged in. That team scores a ton of goals.
They do indeed, and playoff matchups are coming more clear in baseball and softball, and we have the 2 games we're going to be doing on Wednesday and Thursday next week. We've decided what those are going to be. So what I'll do is I'll tease you, and then I'll please you because the teams are done. The Gardiner seniors are done being introduced. We're just a few minutes away from getting started here between Gardiner and Messalonskee in this very important regular season finale Class B matchup. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the opening face-off. It's Messalonskee and Gardiner. Boys lacrosse is next on The Score.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
We have created our own Drink Company.
The fastest growing sports drink in history.
We will run! We will run!
Ladies and gentlemen, we go.
The monkey is prime!
This season, we are hydrated.
The official sports drink of the UFC. It's on!
Oh, that's good.
Distributed by Valley Beverage of Lewiston.
If you have been looking or wanting a complete heating, cooling, and plumbing contractor for residential or commercial all under one roof, Maine Preventative Maintenance is the only number you'll need. Maine Preventative Maintenance is also a registered and recommended heat pump installer with Efficiency of Maine. You may even be eligible for financing through Efficiency of Maine. Emergencies always happen at the most inconvenient times. Don't put it off any longer. Don't wait until something happens. Call Maine Preventative Maintenance today for peace of mind. Maine Preventative Maintenance, 465-4505, 465-4505.
I'm Drew.
I'm Jeremy.
We are JDH3 Designs.
We're a Maine family offering laser engraving of just about anything and custom apparel. We love to work with other local businesses as well as people within the community to bring your design ideas to life.
JDH3 Designs. Visit their website at jdh3designs.com and like them on Facebook. JDH3 Designs. They customize just about anything.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our score crew back here live at Hoke Field in Gardiner as the Gardiner Tigers and the Messalonskee Eagles get ready to get at it in boys lacrosse here tonight. All right, on Wednesday, we will have a Messalonskee home baseball playoff game at 3 o'clock Wednesday, June 5th, as they take on Mount Ararat at home in Oakland at 3 o'clock. That will be a Class A North baseball quarterfinal. Then on Thursday, we will have softball as the Skowhegan Riverhawks are going to take on Lewiston in a Class A North softball matchup. That's the 1-8 matchup. That is a 3:30 game from Skowhegan. So baseball, Messalonskee taking on Mount Ararat Wednesday at 3. That's June 5th. And then on Thursday, June 6th, it is Skowhegan and Lewiston in softball at 3:30 in the quarterfinals. And we will see what happens and where we will go from there.
As a message to all ADs in Central Maine to get your playoff schedules to Mike so we can hopefully have some luck in terms of the spacing of them and be able to hammer that out.
Yeah, I'm fortunate, or we are fortunate, that it worked out that way with Messalonskee and Skowhegan, and I had a feeling that we would have some sort of a breakdown like that because it is the season of class nights and graduations and such, and so you have those happening on different nights. So it looks good for us to have 2 quarterfinal games and then go from there. And we are set to go here in Gardiner. The Messalonskee Eagles wearing their red uniforms, all red, and the Gardiner Tigers with the white jerseys, the orange numerals, and those fancy, shiny helmets that they have. And we are underway, and off the draw, Brady Brunel.
Messalonskee, Kristen's, I think, a really good face-off man himself, but there you go.
There's Parent, and that got deflected, I think, inadvertently. That hit the stick of Ethan Tibbetts.
Take a look here.
Tibbetts, I don't think had any idea his back was to the play, and I'm sure I shouldn't say I'm sure at this point in my life, but I think it hit his stick.
Yeah, I think it hit his back. I think you're right initially based on our mid-state machine replay.
All right, Parent outside. Parent trying to spin in. Can't. Over to Kinney. That is wide. And touching up back there for Messo is Cooper LeClaire, the big guy. The master of bully ball.
Here's the straw that stirs the drink for Messalonskee. Brady Brunel.
Brady Brunel. Brunel out front. Unable to use it there is LeClaire. Nice backhanded pass. In the middle, good shot is wide. A grounder there by Garrett Bell. And it went wide.
Yeah, Bell got a good look, but good slide there from the Tigers. Just couldn't get much on it, so that one goes wide. Still no shots on cage yet from Messalonskee, but an extended offensive possession.
Yep, they've had the ball here for already over a minute. All right, out front now it's Parent. Parent lays it off. Now Parent gets it back. Tries to lean in. Can't get the shot away. The pass intended for Fulling, and Messalonskee able to touch up, actually Fulling able to run it down. Fulling back out deep for Parent. No score, first minute and a half here at Hokefield and Gardiner. There's a pickoff, and Gardiner with the ball. Tigers work it up to Asher Nagy, but it's taken right back by Messalonskee.
A nice defense there because we know Gardiner really loves to do damage in transition.
All right, back now for the Eagles. It's Kinney. Kinney over the defense. The shot is high. Over the defense to Fulling, and Fulling missed high.
Another solid look, and Messalonskee do something interesting you can with Brunel, who I think has attack skills, but they've inverted their attackmen with Parent and LeClaire both topside.
All right, back out front. Parent with a sidewinder, and he missed.
And Messalonskee still a nice shot back up by Brady Brunel. Kind of tested Crowling here, trying to shoot from outside. Problem is, he still didn't officially have a save because they haven't put one on goal yet.
All right, they're checking the net. Crowley brought the official over. Everything seems to be good. And here's Brunel. Brunel fakes a pass, spins, being defended, lobs it back outside to Parent. Parent over to Fulling, back to Parent. Parent's pass is blocked. Good defensive play there. Stepping up was Aiden Parody, but Messo able to come back with it. Parent. Stick handles in, goes low, score! Boy, there's a Gunners goal right there, huh, from Ryan Parent? And Parent makes it 1-0 Messo.
Not just that, that's from like 20 yards out. That Crowling not going to be happy with himself. That one, whew. And the game we had against Oak Hill, Parent put on a shooting clinic because location, and there, even from that far out, with the rising shot, buries it right under the crossbar.
54th goal of the year for Ryan Parent. And it's 1-0 Messalonskee. Off the draw, it is Kristen and Bell. Bell wins another one. Bell at 75%, and he's won 2 out of 2 so far. Bell's pass somehow got through, but it's picked up by a defenseman for the Gardiner Tigers. And here is Remington Lamoureux. Check that, it's not. It's Owen Grant. Lamoureux is an attackman. No offense as of yet. That's going to change, though, because here's Braden Elliott waiting for help. And on the field now is Cody Dingwell. Elliott will go assume his position, which is usually right near the net somewhere. Right now he's on the wing. Hand off to Whalen. 1-0 Messalonskee on a goal by Ryan Parent. Here's Whalen. Whalen lays it back, intended for Dingwell. It went through him, picked up on the other side by Braden Elliott. Elliott back to Dingwell, now to Whalen. We are 3.5 minutes in. Whalen fires, and a really good save there by Andrew Witham. Tank comes up with it.
And in that case, we've seen Gardiner likes to kind of probe, and early on what we've seen, they really like to go one-on-one and see if they can find a matchup they like. There you see a shot to kind of test the freshman, and he was up to the task. No change of location. Saw that one clearly, no screen, and able to make an easy save.
Stray pass by Messalonskee taken by Gardiner. Now it is loose at midfield. Trying to scoop it up there is Cody, and he does come up with it. Logan Cody has it on the far side. Again, waiting for help. Gets it away to Dingwell. Dingwell's out of bounds.
Really good defense.
No, he's not. He's not out of bounds. They're just going to set things up.
Yeah, so Dingwell, Chadwick, and Whalen are the top offensive midfielders for Gardiner.
Lay off to Whalen, right side of the net to Nagy. Nagy saved there by Witham. Right on the doorstep. Asher Nagy is usually money in the bank, and Witham stoned him. He might have been too close.
I think he dropped that too, gave Witham another chance to kind of adjust.
Here's Hansen. Numbers here for Messo to Parent. Look out, score! Ryan Parent 2, Gardiner nothing.
And right there, again, transition, and especially he's just got such a he's no surprise, right? He's a solid shooter for the basketball team. Picture him, he's like a set shooter. You give him time to plant his feet, good luck. It's whistling by your ear hole.
He absolutely fired a laser. A white-hot laser beam to make it 2-0. So Parent at 2:28 and then again at 4:49. And right off the draw, Bell, They start it up again. Give and go. The shot is a save by Crowley, that is. Logan Crowley with a great save on a point-blank shot. Messalonskee getting way too many good offensive opportunities. Outside, it's Brunel. Brady drifts over to the left. He's got 45 goals, 37 assists on the year. A bouncer is in, and that on the far wing is Matthew Fulling.
And give Brunel another assist. And that's what happens, right? Parent starts getting hot. You try and find him, and then some of these other tertiary weapons, because you got to find Brunel, you got to find Parent, and then, Hansen, LeClaire, Fulling kind of fill in from there.
Matt Fulling makes it 3-zip Messalonskee. Eagles off to a flying start here in their regular season finale. All right, off the faceoff, it's scooped up. Here's Parody. A win on the draw by Kristen. Parody had it knocked out of his stick. It's loose on the sidelines, and Parody fighting for it over there with Mitchell Marquis, and it's going to go to Messo.
One of the areas I think, too, Mike, or one of the reasons you can start a freshman in goaltend at goalie is because you've got 3 really experienced defensemen in front of him.
Certainly helps Hansen. Right side spinning catch by Kinney. Kinney over to Parent. Parent looking. Gunners always do. Now back to Parent. Parent scooped it up, kept it alive. And Parent rolls behind the net. Parent now dishes out front to Hansen. Hansen dished it over on the other side, and the shot there is wide by Jack Kinney. It is Garrett Bell behind the net for Messo. They lead 3-0, 5:45 to go in the first. Up top to Parent. Parent's pass intended there for Kinney, picked off and cleared down by Evan Mishu. Over to Nagy. Nagy over to Braden Elliott, and we got a whistle and a timeout called. We'll take it to 5:35 to go in the first period. Messalonskee off to a tremendous start. It's the Eagles 3 and Gardiner nothing. You're watching and listening to high school lacrosse on the Score.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Mid-State Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Mid-State Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com, where printing's personal, not puzzling.
Local sports on the Score brought to you by Central Maine Community College in Auburn, with over 40 academic degrees and certificates and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Find out more. Go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts here at CMCC. Back underway here. 3-0. Messalonskee leading. Parent, and Fulling have scored the goals. Gardiner with possession. They haven't had much of that. Here's Dingwell. This great offense hasn't really gotten started. Pass inside to Chadwick. Owen trying to grab it. Being whacked at there by Marquis. Everybody taking a shot at it and finally coming away with it, Owen Kirk. And Kirk lays it back to Elliott. Elliott, great from behind the net. Elliott, I think his stick might have gotten hit. Pass ends up being run down by Dingwell. The errant pass, and Cody will start it up again. Dingwell over to Whalen. Pass went by him. That's going to be out, and that'll be a Messalonskee ball. So a careless play in the offensive zone there by Gardiner.
Seeing some, I think, uncharacteristic mistakes. They have Brunel wide open in the middle of the field.
There he is, receiving the pass from Kirk. Here's Brunel. Brunel to the middle. Brunel turns, a sidewinder of a shot went wide on the left side.
He faked that pass, but he had Parent open on the wing.
The goalkeeper, Crowley, he did. He was there. So behind the net, it'll be Cooper LeClaire with it. He'll give it back to Brunel from the X spot. Back to LeClaire. LeClaire stuffed. LeClaire back to Brunel. Brunel fakes, goes to the other side. The pass was blocked. Brunel back with it. Now another block. It ends up in front somehow in the stick of Kinney. Now LeClaire with a soft shot and an easy save there by Logan Crowley.
Yeah, he actually faked the pass. He just didn't get anything on it when he finally tried to feed it.
Oh, Mishu got tagged by Mitchell Marquis. He gets right up, though. Big-time hit in front, trying to do something with it is Cody. And we got a flag down here. We're going to get a penalty on Messalonskee. That'll be on LeClaire, I believe.
That's clean. Lacrosse is a physical sport. That's why they always tell you got to keep your head on a swivel. Who's taking the seat?
Yep, it's LeClaire. He's going out. So man up here for Gardiner. First opportunity for either side with a man up.
That's Marquis taking the penalty.
It is, you're right. Mitchell Marquis, not LeClaire. So Marquis, who laid the big hit before the penalty, now in the box. Elliott to Chadwick. Chadwick to Nagy. Now out back to Whalen. Whalen over to Elliott. The turn, the jump shot there by Whalen is a save by Witham. And Messo with it. Witham curls behind his net and gets it over for Owen Kirk. Kirk pass up to Blake Pettengill in the game, number 6 in red. He gets forced out of bounds. That should be a Gardiner ball.
And it's with him a big save there. As you get to see the replay while they were resetting, is they tried to go low. Witham did a nice job hugging the pipe, just being big.
And we got a timeout on the field. We'll take it again as well. 3:20 to go in the first from Hokefield and Gardiner. The score, Messalonskee Eagles 3, Gardiner Tigers nothing. You're watching and listening to Boys High School Lacrosse on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
Or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
3 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the first period. 3-0 in favor of Messalonskee. We've got Messalonskee girls lacrosse tomorrow afternoon to wrap up the regular season schedule for The Score as they take on the Greeley Rangers, 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon from Veterans Field in Oakland.
Another playoff team we'll keep an eye on.
Exactly.
Fit in where we can. Hopefully, again, we'll do all the games the schedule allows.
That's what we do. Here's Ryan Parent. We have nothing else to do. We need something to do to keep us off the streets and out of trouble. All right, middle of the field, it's Brunel.
They're man. Ooh.
He got hit on the side, and we got a flag out. Brunel trying to shake that off. He got hit there high. Gets in close. A shot and a save by Crowley. I don't know how, but he made the save. Elijah Farias trying to apply the pressure defensively. I think the penalty here is going to be on parity, though. And so he will go out.
Yeah, because what was happening there is they got the ball into the stick of Brunel as their best ball handler because they were man down offensively. So Gardiner was pressuring and double teaming, and now Gardiner commits a penalty. So I'm assuming we're going to be even here and then it expires. There's like 2 seconds left.
So it's not going to be long. So outside now it is Jack Kinney. Kinney reverses to Parent. Parent looking. Parent low, and a great save by Crowley.
That was a really nice fake and a even better save.
All right, running downfield is Kristen. Kristen got defended there smartly by Marquis. Mitchell has used his body effectively here today. Back with it, though, Kristen.
Woo!
Helmet knocked off by Marquis. He's going to try to keep playing. Then he slams the ball off the shin of Marquis. This one's getting animated, shall we say. As Zach Kristen broke away, got hit by Marquis, bounced off that like a pinball. Then he got hit again. His helmet came off. He's leaving the field. He's not hurt.
No, I imagine that more than anything, it might be a coach's decision to just have him calm down before he says something, because obviously in all sports, and especially high school sports, a no-no word is still a no-no word.
All right, a consultation going on by the two officials on just what they saw and what they think.
From our understanding, I think it was Erskine Academy boys lacrosse coach was talking about there was a change in ruling. I don't know if it was across high school lacrosse, across the board. But they were trying to do something. If a helmet popped off, there was some more rules that were put in place to potentially look at a penalty there. I don't think there was anything egregious. Again, lacrosse is a physical sport. You can physically contact players and put them on their butts. You have to do it legally, obviously.
All right, so out of that discussion, no penalties were called.
I think they were just
maybe.
Yeah, I think they had a discussion about that, and then they just ruled on. I think it's still Gardiner ball. And Gardiner should be their man down offensively.
2:18 left on the clock in the first period. 3-0 Messalonskee. Goals by Parent, and Fulling. Now more discussions going on. Tom Sheridan, Casey Johnson right on the edge of the sidelines in front of their respective benches trying to hear what the official is saying.
And I think Gardiner coaching staff may be making a play to potentially draw a flag, but the refs, I think, were pretty, explaining that. So it's going to stay man up, Messalonskee, so you're going to see him double the ball here because they have an extra defender.
All right, Cody, number 11, down below us to the right, has it. Or will have it. Nope, he's actually going to leave it there for his pal Dingwell. So Cody will start it up. Dingwell runs it over to the left, being pursued by Kirk with a long stick. Knocked out!
Nice
Kirk
check.
does his job there. Elliott over there to try to get it, and also Dingwell, and neither can. It's going to Messalonskee.
As a nice use to that, I think teams get too reliant on that 6-foot pole where you want to use only that. You play the body, use the pole as the extension. Does a nice job there playing the body, and then gets the check.
All right, Brunel tries to bump his way and crashes through a double team at midfield. Brunel over to Parent. Parent with 2. Out back to LeClaire. Cooper. Backs off it. Now to Parent. Parent to the top to Kinney. Kinney inside. The shots by Hansen is wide.
And Messalonskee catches a break there. I think Gardiner actually had backup, but they gave it to the Eagles.
All right, going back is Brunel. So Brady will start it up. Minute and a half to go in the first. It's 3-0 Messalonskee. Glad to have you with us tonight here on The Score from Hokefield and Gardiner. It's Parent. Parent over to Fulling. In the middle, right there is Kinney. Kinney can't get a shot off. It's knocked out of his stick. Loose ball plopped out near midfield. Kristen running after it there with Parent. And Zach Kristen scoops. And Kristen on the break. He had it knocked out. Flag is out too. Kristen breaks away. Nice pass to get it over in the middle of the field to Cody. Cody to Nagy. Nagy, a bouncer. Nagy unable to come up with it. He's checked there by Kirk on the sidelines. Cody let it roll out of bounds, and we get a stoppage here. We've got a flag out.
Yeah, they're going to get a slash on, was that Dexter? Whoever that was at the beginning of that stanza against Kristen.
No, Hansen's running off the field.
Yeah, whoever that, I forgot. The thing, I think Gardiner is complaining about the physicality. And, again, you're allowed to hit players with the ball. You're allowed to hit players with, as long as, I think it's 5 feet within the ball on a ground ball. It's called man ball. You have to call man because it's interference otherwise. But regardless, Messalonskee's bringing a physicality that Gardiner, to this point, I think is showing they don't like.
All right, Cody Goes behind to Nagy. Asher to Chadwick. Back to Nagy. Nagy. Out back now to Cody. To the side of the net. Right there is Nagy, but he missed the pass. Good setup by Cody Dingwell. Ball is out the back, and it's going to be Messo's ball.
That was a nice adjustment. They were going to run that wheel play again. Dexter, though, sat in the middle of the defenders. He skipped past, had Nagy, just couldn't hang on to it.
Here's Nick Dexter, far side. Flips a pass way down, connects. Brunel to the net with less than 20 to go in the period.
Yeah,
Brunel.
Veteran play there. Could have given it up, but instead he's going to kill off the penalty.
Smart play by the senior Brunel. Now they work it back to Kinney. 8 seconds left in the period. Garrett Bell hangs on. And that'll run the clock out. He goes down, takes a tumble. We get a flag out as time ran out. So we're going to have a penalty here on Gardiner. When we come back, it'll be man up for the Messalonskee Eagles. Right now, they're 3 up. The score at the end of 1. The Messalonskee Eagles 3, the Gardiner Tigers nothing. You're watching and listening to Boys High School Lacrosse on the place for local sports. The Score.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack of all trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our Score crew back here live. Chaz Wing and Tyler Rigney also on our crew tonight, back here live at Hokefield and Gardiner. 3-0. Messalonskee in the lead. Perrin at 2:28. Perrin at 4:49. Fulling at 5:22. The goals.
Yeah, Messalonskee doing a nice job offensively, right? A lot of possession. Defensively, making Gardiner uncomfortable. And again, there's a line I think Messalonskee's flirting with a little bit, especially in modern-day high school sports with legal, physical play. But if you're a defender for the Eagles and you saw Kristen's reaction to see the coaching staff complaining, you're probably thinking, okay, quarter 1, we got to win. We're under their skin. And the Tigers look uncomfortable. They're not completing passes.
They have definitely looked like they are on their heels a little bit, for sure. And Messalonskee has come out and have carried the play. They have a 3-0 lead. They've had a distinct territorial edge, and they certainly lead the night in hits, too.
Oh, yeah. Marquis especially, by himself, probably outscoring Gardiner entirety team by himself. But here again, Gardiner got the first man up, couldn't do anything with it. Then they commit a penalty, and then right on cue, they go man up again, can't do anything with it, and then they commit the penalty. So they're going to have both of their man up opportunities to start this game run out even strength.
You know, sometimes you don't even have to have us tuned in on your mobile device or your laptop or even your radio. You can be sitting right below us like Matt Cowett is, and he just sent us a message on the Scores Facebook page. We're sitting right below you. It's like having commentary in our heads.
That's what we're here for.
I love it. Thanks for the message, Matt. Appreciate it. 3-0. Ready to roll here in the second. It is Brunel for the Messalonskee Eagles. Brunel sets up.
So now man up for Messalonskee. They've run out their penalty.
All righty. So coming on the field, Matthew Fulling, who's got a goal here in the first half. Brunel to Kinney. Well, what a parent. Ryan's got the other two. In the middle, right there. Turning, shooting, scoring is Tyler Hansen.
Can't draw it up any nicer than that, Parent. Again, you play zone man down. And Parent, because of what he's done already, sucks the defense out, and Hansen just all by himself in the middle.
So man-up goal, 37 seconds into the second, and it's 4-zip.
They give Parent already 3 points. They've got 4 goals, and he's got 3 points on the 4.
Excellent passing there by Messo out of the second period faceoff. All right, Bell fighting for it. Gardiner with a chance at it, trying to get on that loose ball. Farias does. And Gardiner with possession, and he threw it right away. But bailing him out there is Zach Kristen. Kristen to the right, whacked at by Bell. Now Gardiner's going to wait for their attack people to come on. Dingwell off the bench. Evan Whalen comes in. Owen Chadwick.
Got to find, I think if you're Gardiner, again, I like all of their starting 6 offensive players. I think Elliott's got to do something.
Just going to say that. Elliott's got to touch the ball. Whalen, a drive and a save. I think we got a flag down way outside of the net. A save made there by Witham, but a flag is out.
I think it's on the follow-through, maybe, on the hit. Wait and see if it's 8 that goes to the box, and that's what it is.
Yep. So it is Kirk who goes in. Stoppage here, 10:33 to go.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's on the follow-through, the hit. He got the check, which held up the shot, which helped with him. But then follow-through, I think that's a little bit of trying to kind of correct the physicality to a certain extent.
All right, Gardiner's ball. Dingwell to Nagy. Now they work it. There's Elliott. Elliott scores. You said he had to have the ball. He got it. He buried it. Gardiner's on the board. It's 4-1.
And again, that's one of those areas I think you see a little bit the inexperience with them. Those shots from that far out. We've seen a little bit this season. He can be beat.
Time of the goal, 1:39. Elliott gets Gardiner on the board, 4-1 Messo.
And give Chadwick the helper on that one. So now both teams have a man-up goal. And that's one of the things, Messalonskee, that's the 3rd time already you've gone man down. You got to stop doing that.
All right, off the face-off, it's won by Bell to Parent. Ryan Parent drops it down low for LeClaire. Cooper. Back to Parent. Now to Kinney. Jack lays back a bit. Now to Parent. They will trade. Parent. Right side Fulling to Parent. Spins in. Change of hands. Down low. Kinney forced to the side. Now out back. Turning is Brunel. Brunel trying to get loose. Can't. Good defense. He did. The ball down at the feet there of Crowley. Excellent defense played on the play by Owen Grant.
That was a nice little duck move he had. He faked the pass, it ducked. Uh-oh.
Oh, wide open downfield. Cody breakaway. Save made down low by Andrew Witham. The tank comes up big.
That was a monster save. That was almost a goalie assist as well.
It would have been if he had scored.
That was a great pass by Crowley.
As good a pass as you're going to see. 2 excellent passes to set it up. Here's Parent. Parent drifts over to the right.
Way to keep your head up, kid. That was a great look.
Ryan Parent to Kinney. Kinney lines it up, goes to the side of the net, though, on the drop-off pass. Out back to Brunel. Brady. Pass, long stick, knocking it down there, Parody. And Parody will run it out. Parody, nice spin. He got hit there, and that's going to be a violation on Fulling.
I got to get a hold. Nice shot. Gardiner's done a nice job. They've picked off a few passes here. The problem is that if they haven't gotten them cleanly, I think Messalonskee's been better on the ground ball game, but that's already half a dozen passes they've knocked down.
Ball is going to belong to Gardiner once we get rolling again.
I think there's a little bit of confusion on who they want to take it.
Yeah, it's going to be Dingwell. All right, Cody, back to Grant. That's too lazy a pass, easily picked off. Running down is Hansen. A breakaway, and he scores. A soft pass. Hansen saw it. It was telegraphed all the way. He picked it off and scored.
That's your lacrosse equivalent of a pick six right there, Mike.
Indeed.
And you're Crawley. You're just, I mean, because he's coming at you full speed. There's just not much you can do there.
So Tyler Hansen makes it 5-1 on a beautiful goal. Great defense and great offense.
Give him 2 now. He's got 3 points. He got tied for a team high.
Time of the goal, 3:46 to make it 5-1. Off the draw, it's Brunel. Brunel drifts up, had some room, got denied there. Good defense by Tibbetts. Now reverses course. Kinney, and his pass is picked off. Good play to step in the passing lanes there by Farias. Farias broken up by LeClaire. He whacks at it. Got a flag down, also whacking at it, Peter Doobie, and a whistle now.
I'm going to guess that's a late cross-check on LeClaire. Because since Messo picked it up and they blew it dead, it means the penalty was on Messo. By the way, something I noticed, Mike, normally in lacrosse, when you play face-offs, you're going to play face-off guy, you're going to have a short stick midfielder, you're going to play a long stick midfielder. I think because of how good on face-offs Messalonskee is, they played 2 short sticks on that face-off, which you just don't see.
Yeah.
And I think part of that is because they trust him to win, they trust Bell to win, and them to get into transition.
All right, so LeClaire is out.
It's already the 4th man up for Gardiner.
Yeah, they got to take advantage. Dingwell. 7.5 to go in the first half. It's 5-1. Messalonskee in the lead. Out front to Elliott. Elliott's got their goal. Dingwell, great position, scores on a ground ball.
That was just a great extra pass.
And Cody Dingwell makes it 5-2. Man up goal.
And now they started out 0 for 2. They're now 2 for 4. Again, Messo, I think, has been the better team all through this part of the game. Got to stop going man down.
4:34, the time of the goal by Dingwell to make it 5-2. So Elliott and Dingwell have tallied here for Gardiner.
And Elliott picked up the helper on that one.
Kristen trying to pick up that loose ball off the draw. Does, so he wins it. Pushed. But Zach able to start the rush. Here's Gardner on the attack.
Ooh, them's fighting words down here, Mike. You got to be careful.
Down to Nagy. Yeah, I know. Believe me.
Another great check.
It was knocked out of Nagy's stick.
They gave Gardner the timeout before then, I guess.
Okay. Marquis knocked it out of the stick. Timeout in the field. 7:05. We've had a lot of timeouts so far. 7:05 to go in the first half. Still, the Messalonskee Eagles in control. It's Messo 5, Gardiner 2. You're watching and listening to Boys High School Lacrosse on the Score.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Raising money for our cause, supporting our neighbors, helping to recognize those that should be recognized, providing educational opportunities, working together to make someone's day just a bit brighter. Our employees enjoy being a part of making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Savings Bank.
7:05 to go first half. It is 5-2 Messalonskee. And out of the timeout, the Gardiner Tigers will have it in the offensive zone.
A little bit of I didn't see the timeout, so I guess it's with a grain of salt, but that ball was poked comfortably out of Nagy's stick. That being said, he didn't really react, so maybe there was timeout called before the whistle. Maybe he heard it before I did.
All right, it's Nagy in the far corner. Nagy to Whalen. Whalen to Dingwell. Just coming on the field, Chadwick. Now to Whalen. Eben Whalen circles to the front. Defended, got pushed back by Hansen. Now Whalen. Passes it over to Elliott. Elliott looking to make a move, trying to find open space. There is none. Elliott has to retreat back out to Dingwell. Or check that, that's Chadwick. Chadwick. Hansen checking him. Chadwick drops it off behind the net to Nagy. Asher looking it over. Back out deep to Whalen. Eben Whalen. Defended by Hansen. Now they go out back to Nagy. Nagy on the other side to Cody. Logan Cody. Kirk all over him. Cody. Kirk just not letting him do anything to Dingwell. Great defense by Messalonskee, keeping everything on the outside. Chadwick. Looking to get help from Whalen. Does, and a shot wide to the right side there of goalkeeper Andrew Witham.
That's a nice, again, like you said, those long poles doing a nice job. Use the checks to make them uncomfortable. Let them know you're there. The second they step towards you, use your body to push them back out.
Here's Elliott. Elliott beats his man. Goes in. He beat Dexter. Then he got some help to Dexter on the play there from Ty Cowett. Cowett plays good defense. Got a flag just as Witham scooped that ball up.
There's going to be interference. Once the ball's in the crease and the goalie has, you can't mess with it.
All right, in the middle. Pass to Hansen. Hansen with some speed. Hansen had it knocked out, gets it right back. Hansen knocked out again, gets it right back. Stop me if you've heard this movie before or seen it before. Now in the middle, ball bounces out of Brunel's stick, comes right back with it. Brunel right down Broadway, goes in and scores! Brady Brunel makes it 6-2.
Yeah, there's one thing you know about Brady Brunel. You talk about Cooper LeClaire being the author of Bully Ball, which I don't disagree with. Brady Brunel likes to play his fair share, and there in the open space, he was able to kind of wiggle and worm his way to the goal.
Yeah, a little football mentality there. He'll drive it right in and score 6-2. Time of the goal, 6:57. And Messo's got a 4-goal lead back at 6-2 Eagles.
And I believe that was a releasable penalty, so on the goal, I think that penalty will be wiped off.
So we are back to even strength.
I stand corrected. I am wrong. Cody is over there standing with his knee, with leg down.
So we are not back to even strength.
No,
you lied.
I did.
You did. All right, off the draw, won by Messalonskee. Bell brings it right down and a score! Garrett Bell! Right down Broadway, part 2, and he scores it 7-2.
Not to ruin your call, Mike, but he gave it to Parent.
Did
scored.
he?
Yeah.
Parent. I looked down just for a second. They make a quick pass. So Ryan Parent has a hat trick.
Yeah, that's his hattie. Man up goal there is Bell. And what an insult. Brunel scores, you win the face-off man up, and Parent scores, 5 seconds later?
Time of that goal by Ryan Parent at 7:05. So it took him 8 seconds to score. And they're going to try it again, and that time I know it was Garrett Bell. And it's 8-2. And the time of that goal, 8:13. So 3 goals in 16 seconds for Messalonskee. That's got to be some sort of a record.
Again, you just saw make it take a Lacrosse. We talked about in the pregame. When you have someone that wins 75% of their faceoffs, that's what they can do. Because if you win a fast break or you win a faceoff clean like that, it's automatically probably going to be 4-on-3.
Well, that's what Bell made it. Second straight faceoff that he's won. The first one, although I didn't see it, I take AJ's word for it and the replay's word for it that he dished it off to Parent. That one he took himself. And it's 8-2. So Bell has been incredibly effective off the faceoffs here today. All right, now for Gardiner, it's Farias, Elijah Farias. Elliott. Braden Elliott.
And how about that, Mike? I didn't get to say it because they scored so quickly, but again, any team that has scored 7 goals against Gardiner this year has beaten them, and it was 5-2, and then you went to use the bathroom, and it was 8-2.
They surpassed the magic number, has Messalonskee. which is 6. You score more than 6 against Gardiner, you win. All right, outside it is Dingwell. Dingwell faking, trying to go on Drew Sheridan. Dingwell to the right. Back to the top to Whalen. Now to Dingwell. They'll switch. No, they won't. Dingwell drives in. A ground ball is wide. Touching it up is Elliott.
Your Messalonskee will live with those shots.
Sure. Not much danger at all to Andrew Witham. Elliott out back to Cody. Over to Nagy. To Whalen. Eben Whalen. Elliott flashes in front, changes hands to the side there. Dingwell knocked down. Kirk is going to get a flag. And then he got whacked by Elliott after.
Elliott's got to be careful. That could have been retaliation.
Usually they see it. They saw Kirk. They're going to get him.
So he's going to get called for a push in the back. This is now, we're still have almost 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. This is the 5th time already Gardiner has been man up. They've scored on their last 2. In fact, their 2 goals have come on man up.
Both man ups. Elliott and Dingwell. Here is Dingwell out back. 3:20 to go in the first half. It's 8-2 Messalonskee. Chadwick. Elliott. Elliott goes right-handed and a laser, and he missed.
There they backed back into their zone, and he felt comfortable with space. That was good moving. I don't know if he beat with him. It was a good-looking shot, though.
Yeah, you can find space in that zone when you're a man up. Chadwick spins in, switches hands. Ball never got out of his stick. Really, for a shot, Hansen picks up the loose ball. Hansen has a goal after a steal. Hansen gets it up top now. Brunel slipped. Ball is out. Flag is out. We got Chadwick taking a shot at Brunel as he came out of the pack with the ball, and now play has been stopped.
I think they're going to get Mishu there for a cross-check, if I had to guess, based on the Mid-State Machine replay. How about all of that, and Brunel never lost the ball.
I know.
All of that
Extraordinary
you just saw.
control skills. I mean, really, really good.
Not to mention, he threw a nifty shot fake there at the end after the play was blown dead, so he, of course, didn't shoot it. And they're going to get – who's taking the knee? Oh, I missed it. Nah, he's blocking his number. Regardless, this is I think it's Dingwell.
Yeah, it is Dingwell.
This is the 3rd time in 5 man-up opportunities that Gardiner has given up their advantage to go to 5-on-5.
Kinney to Hansen. Hansen shot. That's wide, and it is touched up by Messalonskee. Fulling. Matt Fulling scored a goal early.
Messalonskee wanted a timeout. For those,
Sounded like he came out of the crowd below us.
Timeout red is what you heard.
They got the timeout. We'll take it to 2:32 to go in the first half. It's all Messalonskee. Eagles 8, Gardiner Tigers 2. This is Boys High School Lacrosse on the Score.
For the safety of you and your family, 201 Tire Battery and Service on Riverside Drive in Vassalboro offers only the best and most reliable tires and batteries, including used batteries for your ride, cars, motorcycles, and more. And tires for everything. Tractors, lawnmowers, your car and truck. Custom rims? Yup, of course. Open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 until 5, Friday till 3. Pet friendly with free battery testing and complimentary ice cream. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta Vassalboro line.
Spring is the season of rejuvenation and the perfect time to revitalize your home with Renewal by Andersen. Our spring savings event is only once a year. Call Renewal by Andersen to schedule your free window diagnosis and take advantage of this incredible limited time offer. We've installed over 4 million windows, earning us 4.7 stars in customer satisfaction. Call the number below or visit us online today. And remember, call now because these great savings end soon.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
2 minutes, 32 seconds to go first half. It is 8-2 Messalonskee. Mike Violet and AJ Knight back here at Hokefield and Gardiner. Nice late May night.
Can't complain.
We'll finish May off tomorrow afternoon with Messalonskee girls lacrosse as the Eagles take on the Greeley Rangers in Oakland, 4 o'clock here on the Score.
That penalty expired for Messalonskee because they got 6 out there.
All right, Brunel with the ball. Fake to pass.
They sure do love that fake pass.
Laid it over to Kinney. Kinney not a good pass at all, stolen by Kristen.
I think his bottom hand got checked just as he was throwing that.
Kristen jump step away from a defender. Hansen trying to get it. Kristen trying to scoop it up. Now Messalonskee comes away with it. Knocked out of the stick of Brunel. Brunel had it taken away by Parody. Parody kicks it ahead to himself. Tries to squirrel it ahead with his stick. He can't. Now loose ball over midfield. Cody. Kirk all there. Button, who's got the button? And finally picking it up is Parody, and he sends away Elliott. Elliott, a save there by Witham. Elliott in alone. That's a goalkeeper's nightmare, but not if you're Andrew Witham.
I think Elliott did him a favor as well. He didn't have to shoot it that far out, but a great save nonetheless.
All right, Michoud got cross-checked down by Ryan Parent, no doubt about that.
Yeah, they're just gonna get a loose ball push, so no penalty, just possession.
Yep. 1:29 to go in the half.
Man, the freshman has been huge for
Yep.
Messalonskee.
He's made the stops.
Not looking like a freshman today.
All right, Evan Michoud gets the signal. Goes over to Whalen. Whalen to Dingwell, out back to Nagy. Nagy to Cody. Logan Cody near side. Cody to Elliott. Elliott fakes, goes around his man or tries to, and Hansen does a good job to ward him off. Now back to Whalen. Eben Whalen. Takes a trip to the right.
Credit to Hansen. Short stick on an attackman. That's an attackman's dream. I mean, Hansen did a nice job making him give up the ball.
We're under a minute, 50 seconds. 8-2 Messalonskee Dingwell. Dingwell to Whalen. Or check that to Elliott, and Elliott drifts back outside. Elliott trying to beat his man. Good defense there by Pettengill. Elliott forced back by Pettengill and Hansen.
Nice job sliding early, right? As soon as he got a step, another defender was there to force him back out, and then the defense recovers.
And a lot of nothing right here by the Gardiner Tigers because of the great defense by Messalonskee, led there by Brunel, who forced a turnover. Ball's loose. We got Leclerc absolutely planting Kian Alves right on the 50-yard line.
The problem is, that would be all great, but it's the same way. I'm assuming it's the same way in hockey. Your hands have to be together, otherwise it's a cross check, and that's what Leclerc's.
We got a busted stick too. Somebody's stick got busted. They're going to have to get a new one. It's a short stick.
Yeah, Leclerc, you can do that, but your hands have to be together. The second you extend with your hands apart and you use the stick, cross check, easy.
That's
call.
when it becomes a weapon.
Yeah.
And Whalen's stick got busted in the process.
This is the 6th man-up opportunity.
They've scored 2
for Gardiner.
Their goals by Elliott and by Dingwell, both man up.
I'm going to guess they'll sit on this because with the penalty now active, if they hold on to it, they should not have to have a face-off to start the third.
So 16.2 seconds left. Parent has it at the 40-yard line. That's where, or generally where the penalty occurred. And actually, they're going to back him up to about the 45. All right, whistle. Cody. Elliott. Dingwell. Side of the net, nothing there. Dingwell. Elliott, nothing there. Over on the other side in the middle for Cody. Loose, scooped up by Dexter. Dexter will run it off. And that's it. First half is done, dominated by the Messalonskee Eagles. The Eagles led 3-0 at the end of one. They scored 5 more in the second. Gardiner counters with 2 score at halftime here at Hoke Field in Gardiner. Messalonskee Eagles 8 and the Gardiner Tigers 2. You're watching and listening to boys high school lacrosse on The Score.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Partner.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
We have created our own drink company. The fastest growing sports drink in history.
We will run! We will run! Ladies and gentlemen, we got paddles. The monkey has prime!
This season, we are hydrated. The official sports drink of the UFC. It's time!
Oh, that's good.
Distributed by Valley Beverage of Lewiston. If you have been looking or wanting a complete heating, cooling, and plumbing contractor for residential or commercial all under one roof, Maine Preventative Maintenance is the only number you'll need. Maine Preventative Maintenance is also a registered and recommended heat pump installer with Efficiency of Maine. You may even be eligible for financing through Efficiency of Maine. Emergencies always happen at the most inconvenient times. Don't put it off any longer. Don't wait until something happens. Call Maine Preventative Maintenance today for peace of mind. Maine Preventative Maintenance, 465-4505, 465-4505.
I'm Drew.
I'm Jeremy.
We are JDH3 Designs.
We're a Maine family offering laser engraving of just about anything and custom apparel. We love to work with other local businesses as well as people within the community to bring your design ideas to life.
JDH3 Designs. Visit their website at jdh3designs.com and like them on Facebook. JDH3 Designs. They customize just about anything.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com, where printing's personal, not puzzling.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, welcoming you back here to Hokefield in Gardiner, halftime of this boys lacrosse matchup between the Messalonskee Eagles and the Gardiner Tigers. Halftime brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, HammondLumber.com. A hat-trick first half for Ryan Parent of Messalonskee. In fact, Mr. Parent scored the first 2 goals for Messalonskee just over 2 minutes apart. The first one coming at 2:28 to make it 1-zip Messalonskee. As we watch the break-in here by the Eagles, and there he is, Mr. Parent, with another overwhelming blast. That at 2:28. Then 2 minutes and 21 seconds later, Parent scored again to make it 2-0 Messalonskee. Before the end of the first period, Matthew Fulling scored to make it 3-0 Messo, and the Eagles were on their way, that is, leading 3-0 at the end of the first period. Just a dominant start. Thank you very much, sir. A dominant start by the Messalonskee Eagles. They made it 4-0 early in the second on a goal by Hansen. At 37 seconds of the period, Hansen scored a man up to make it 4-0. Then finally, it was Braden Elliott getting the Gardiner Tigers on the board at 7:39. They scored a man up. It was 4-1. And then maybe the prettiest goal of the period, Tyler Hansen, a pickoff. He stole it and broke in and scored on a breakaway, 5-2. Or 5-1 at that point. Dingwell finally got that one back, or got it back. A man up to make it 5-2. Then Brunel, Parent, and Bell closed out the scoring in the first half. And the Messalonskee Eagles got to feel really good about where they stand here.
Again, I think they've dominated faceoffs. You're seeing here as you watch the first half highlights. Instant replay brought to you by Midstate Machine. I think they've done a nice job of dominating faceoffs. And again, another huge save there with him a couple times. Has been caught on an island and has just been a monster. They've dominated faceoff. You got to see there that was 3 goals. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mike. 3 goals in 16 seconds?
Yes, you are correct. 3 goals in 16 seconds.
It was
unbelievable. 6:57 was the first one by Brunel, 7:05 the second one by Ryan Parent, 8:13 the third one by Garrett Bell. So 16 seconds, 3 goals in 16 seconds. And it took what was a 5-2 game, reasonably close, and busted it open, this time a 6-goal lead at 8-2.
Yeah, and especially because that was a big deal, I think, to increase that gap, because Messalonskee has towed the line all game. I thought in the first quarter I was good with the physicality. I think the refs decided they needed to, as it got a little chippy, kind of to reel it back in. And in the first half, we had 10 different man-up opportunities for each team. 6 for Gardiner, who's technically still on a man-up opportunity with some change to spare going into the third quarter. But to this point, your defense for Messalonskee, you've won the faceoffs. Your offense has looked good. Your defense has played well, except when you've gone a man down. And even then, you've at this point, it's their Gardiner's 2 for 6, pending what happens with this one. But you just can't Just don't give them the opportunity to get back in the game.
Just don't do it. We got time for a quick break. 8-2 Messo over Gardiner. Second half action next on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
Welcome back. Hokefield and Gardiner is where we are here tonight on The Score. I'm Mike Violet along with AJ Knight. Our crew, Chaz Wing, running our graphics and computer tonight, and Tyler Rigney on our game camera as we get ready to roll here in the second half. 8-2. Messalonskee on top.
Again, face-offs, offense have been great. I think goalie play has been spectacular. Defense, I think, has been physical and done a nice job. Just got to you got to stay out of the penalty box.
It's true in hockey, and it's even more true, I have found, in this game.
Yeah, because, again, it just – Gardiner is down 8-2. Both of their goals are on man-up opportunities.
As you said, no face-off to start the second half, and it's up to Kirk. Kirk gets it in the middle to Drew Sheridan. Drew Sheridan up to Parent. Sheridan will go back and play defense. Actually, he'll leave the game. And Parent against a double.
Just burning the penalty here.
Yep, and get it back outside to Hansen.
And see, this was a mistake. This is why Gardiner, it just has to be a no-brainer shot at the end of the second quarter, but you don't get it, and now Messalonskee starts with possession, and they're just burning out your penalty. Whereas if you just stood and burned that 16 seconds of that minute, you would have had 44 seconds with the ball, man up.
All right, here's Kinney on the far side. Kinney faked a pass.
And Leclerc coming in, so we're even strength again.
So Cooper Leclerc back. Out back with it, Brunel. Brunel, a pass right through everybody, and it goes to Hansen. Wow.
He no-looked it.
That was gutsy and effective. Here's Parent. Parent right there at the side. Open the turn, the shot, the save is made by Logan Crowley. Good setup. And the drive there by Fulling, a save. Back to even Steven. Up to Elliott at midfield. Elliott trying to scoop it up. It gets rolled ahead to Kristen. Zach can't scoop it up. It's out. White ball, they say a push out of bounds. I could hear the official. It's amazing. My hearing is awful, yet I can hear that guy for whatever reason. The sound must be bouncing off the trees.
Love it.
Because I picked it up.
Love it.
I can't hear you in the morning when you say hello to me, but I can hear that.
Kind of a low talker in the morning.
Here's Whalen. Whalen outside. Gardiner needs offense.
Again, I like their starting six offensively, but it's got to be Elliott, I feel like, that gets it going for them if they're going to get back into this.
All right, Nagy swings it over to Mr. Elliott. Now to Dingwell. Pardon me. Dingwell. Checked over there by Kirk. Kirk knocked it away. Kirk, it slid up to midfield. Good job by Messo to clear it out of there. And over midfield, scooping it up is Fulling. Fulling has Leclerc down in front. He looks, he fakes, and he, I guess, passed it to Leclerc. I guess.
I think they're going to give him the benefit of the doubt on the shot. Maybe there was a check. But Fulling, I think you saw there, Mike, absolutely had Leclerc, had Parent on that far side. I think he just got caught indecisive.
Yeah, he and of course he was playing both ends in the middle on the way down, faking he was going to pass and trying to draw a defender as Parent has it, and then he ended up really getting nothing. Ball's loose. Gardiner player down. Is that Leclerc pushing him down again?
It's going to be a loose ball push again.
All right, that was Evan Mishu getting knocked down. So it's a loose ball push, and the Tigers have it. Back to Crowley.
Leclerc's lucky at not a penalty again.
I love the way he's using it, though. You're a wide body. You know, you're built for contact. Use it.
That was my favorite part of being an attacker my senior
Absolutely.
year because no one expects you. Oh, that was nice.
Ah, beautiful. Down. The pass is picked off by Crowley. Hansen tried to lob it over, and Crowley would have none of it. Up to Elliott. Elliott spins on Kirk. Knocked away by Kirk. Kirk trying to grab it with that long stick. Not easy to do, especially in close quarters. Now picked up by Kristen. Whacked on a flag. That's going to be on Nick Dexter.
Yeah. Too much. You got to, again, you're allowed to use the stick to check. Wind up in location, right? You can only, it's torso. You can only hit torso.
So Dexter goes out, and another man-up opportunity for the Gardiner Tigers. Down 8-2. They need goals. They need shots.
It's about the only thing they haven't done well. It is the only thing they haven't done well because the defense, I think, as you've seen all night, done a nice job with their poke checks, the playing the body, keeping Gardiner offensive players uncomfortable.
All right, pass over near side. It's Nagy to Cody. Cody over to Dingwell. Dingwell fires, missed on the short side there on Andrew Witham.
And he had Nagy backside, and he hesitated to pull the trigger.
Nagy. Chadwick now out front to Braden Elliott, and we've got a stoppage. Oh, there's a loose ball on the field.
Yeah,
one of the extra balls got knocked out.
Yeah. Don't want anybody rolling any ankles.
All right, and Nagy will go do some housework and get those off the field, and we're set to go. Over to Elliott. Braden Elliott, 1 goal in the first half. Cody out back to Whalen, and stopping it is Nagy. 4 minutes played, third period, still 8-2. That was the score at the half. Chadwick. Elliott fakes, back to Chadwick. Chadwick with an opening, fires, and he beat with him. And Gardiner gets what they needed, a goal, and it's 8-3. And that is a man-up goal.
That just makes him go across his body. Could have been a little higher again. I think with him at times is a little bit beatable from outside. I think it seems like he has trouble tracking those a little bit. But still, a nice shot by Chadwick.
So Owen Chadwick on the board. And Gardiner draws first blood here in the second half. And it's 8-3. Nice one on the draw by Brunel. Check that by Bell, I should say. Bell to Parent. Ryan with a first half hat trick.
No surprise. Coaching staff mentioned him specifically. I mean, he's been one of their best players, but said he's been on a tear recently.
A ground ball is wide over on the far side by Fulling. It'll stay with Messo.
I tell you, though, Mike, I don't know, you tell me if I'm crazy or not. I feel like Parent has been just not as aggressive as he could be.
Yeah, he's kind of backed off a little bit, it seems.
Yeah.
In front, pass, looking for Bell. Bell in close quarters, trying to get it. It's on the ground at his feet and everybody else's feet, and on the scoop out, picking it up is Kinney. And Messalonskee retains possession. Bad pass inside for LeClaire. Look what I found! And it's picked up by Garrett Bell, and he buried it. Accidental offense is sometimes the best kind of offense.
Here's a question for you, Mike. Do you give Kinney an assist on that?
Why not?
Because that one, I think it was originally intended for LeClaire, as you pointed out, but we'll be generous. We'll give him an assist.
Time of the goal, 4:51 to make it 9-3, and for Garrett Bell, his second of the day.
Yeah.
And Bell has now got pushed from behind by Mishu. Bounced off that. Over in the middle to Hansen. Hansen. Wheels away from Parity. Lays it back out for Parent. That wasn't a great pass. And Cooper LeClaire is going to try to run it down, and he does.
I feel for Crowley in that situation on that Bell goal because you can't track the ball. Next thing you know, it's up and in the net.
Parent fakes, then does pass it to Fulling to the side, intended over there for Brunel, and it is out. It's going to go to
Gardiner as soon as somebody goes back and gets it.
Yeah, I was going to say, everybody from Gardiner running away from the back of the net. They make a change, bring a long stick on.
Oh, I missed it, Mike. There was a flag down on the far, or is it a towel? No, I think that's a flag the ref just picked up. There was a penalty I completely missed.
I didn't see it.
Because there's only 5 Tigers out there.
Yeah, there's a Gardiner Tiger on his knee over there. So it stays with Messalonskee, and they go a man up. Brunel dropped it off for Parent. Parent fires, and I think Crowley got a piece of that with his leg or his foot because he hobbled afterwards.
Yeah, I think you're right. The way it took a really sharp angle when it came up. Oh, yeah, I think Parent planted that right on the top of his foot.
All right, back outside, it's Brunel. Brunel to the top. Brunel wanted to shoot, now is going to shoot. Saved there by Crowley.
I think the senior has played well. He's just faced some kind of unrelenting offense at times.
That's a lot of offense. All right, outside, it is Hansen. Hansen, oh, Parent! We wondered where he was. He tells us right there, as he fired one. A rising shot, his fourth of the game. It's 10-3 Messalonskee.
And that's a bell ringer because not only does it rising shot, as you saw in the replay, you see it move around as he catches. He just places shots so well.
Time of the goal, 6:13. And after Chadwick scored a man up for Gardiner, 2 straight here by Messalonskee, by Bell and Parent. And the lead is 7. They are turning it on. Outside Kinney. Now to Parent. Over on the near side to Bell. Bell. To Kinney. Kinney. Goes down low to LeClaire. Cooper tried a no-look sort of backhanded swipe shot, if I can define it that way. It was very improvisational by Cooper LeClaire, and it missed.
Yeah, I think he was trying to pass it, but it ended up going on the goal, so we'll give Crowley a save.
All right, here's Bell. Bell to the net right there. Brunel, and Crowley makes another great save.
The senior is trying so hard to keep his team in this game.
Logan Crowley has made some 10-beller kind of saves tonight. This could be like 15-3. Kinney fakes. Jack backs it out. Now over on the near side to LeClaire. LeClaire to Bell. Now to Kinney. To LeClaire on the side. 4:20 to go in the third period. It's 10-3. Messalonskee, a long one by Bell. That one is caught. It was off net.
Yeah, that was wide.
And was caught by Crowley.
Oh, Parody. Oh, nice save. I thought he was going to knock it out.
I know, he did. He saved it from going out. And then Parody, as he was driving toward the net, we got a stoppage. Got a timeout?
I think so.
All right, we'll take it to 4:06 to go into third. All Messalonskee. Eagles 10, Gardiner 3. Back after this on The Score.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack of all trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Agent at Mike Violet. Back
we're back.
From Gardiner.
I didn't know. You didn't.
I did.
You did? You
several
me?
times.
You didn't cue me?
You were clearing your throat.
You didn't give me the finger?
I did.
All right.
I did.
You didn't wave the fickle finger of fate?
Well, I feel confident being able to say Mike Violet and AJ Knight back here.
I was
Gardiner.
checking social media because there's nothing on social media tonight at all, given what happened this afternoon. Absolutely nothing. So 10-3. That's what's happening here now live here at Hokefield and Gardiner. And it'll be a Tigers ball. Dingwell to Elliott on the side of the net. Checked there by Dexter. Andrew Witham has played solid goal for the Eagles, the freshman.
That defense has been really good on Elliott as well.
Done a great job keeping Gardiner away from the net. Here's Whalen. Whalen to the side to Nagy. Nagy drops it off, and the shot fanned on there by Logan Cody. And the long stick picking it up, it's Kirk. Kirk to Parent. Pass too far ahead. Tough to do with that long stick. And scooping it up back deep now for Gardiner, Tibbetts. Tibbetts got hit, ball loose, and it's out of bounds. It's going to go to the Tigers.
Messalonskee caught a break because I'm pretty sure LeClaire caught helmet there, which is the case I think that Gardiner defender's making, and that's an automatic slash.
All right, starting it up now, Tibbetts. Tibbetts pass, got over everybody and connected with Elliott. Braden has a goal. Dingwell also does.
And again, just 2 goals, both of them on man-up opportunities for Gardiner.
Elliott on the wing. Has not had any room to do his stuff. Elliott, great quickness, but defended well, as you can see. Kept away. Excellent defense being played by Messalonskee there. That was Hayden Pierce, number 12.
And again, that's a short stick for an attackman. It's supposed to be your dream if you can get a pull off of you in a defensive mismatch.
Whalen. Nagy, back to Whalen. Whalen over to Dingwell. Checked by Dexter. Dexter lets him go. Dingwell drifts. Tries to find an opening. Passes off inside. Picked up by Brunel.
That one got deflected. Again, Messalonskee defense does a great job communicating and handing off players.
Brady with Parent and Fulling goes down the middle. Tries a ground ball. He got blocked from behind. A rebound and high and wide. That one may end up in Litchfield somewhere by the time they find it.
Yeah, there is some trees that are jealous of the height of that shot.
To say Ryan got under that one would be an understatement.
That was a can of corn. Oh, he got him again.
Brunel goes in, shoots, and a save there by Crowley. Boy, Crowley has stood strong today here for the Gardiner Tigers because Messalonskee's got 10 goals. They could have 20.
Yeah, the senior's been
Easy pickoff there for Hansen. Hansen goes, shoots, the net was open, and Crowley got back and made the stop. The highlight reel is going to show a lot of Messalonskee goals tonight, but also a lot of Logan Crowley saves. Yeah, that one's knocked out.
Let's give him his just. Oh, man, that is awesome. Hansen nearly right, gets the pick 6 again. I'm okay with every decision he made. He gets the pick, he sees the open goal, he shoots. Oh, the senior has been so good in the second half.
1 minute to go in the third. Nagy away from his usual spot, which is usually right at the side of the net on the goal line somewhere. Laid it back out now to Elliott. Elliott, 50 seconds to go in the third. It's 10-3, Messalonskee in front. Side of the net shot, saved by Witham. That was Dingwell who got one off, and Tank made the saves with the stick. Witham whips it over to Dexter. Dexter pass in the middle for Brunel. Didn't connect, but Brunel with the speed he's got had it, then lost it. Picked up by Mishu. Mishu checked by LeClaire. Now they lob it back to Crowley, and Logan will come out of his net. Stick handles away from Parent. Pass picked off. He better get back. He does. Parent right up there. He goes in and scores. He threw a knuckleball, a changeup by him, and it's 11-3. That's 5 for Parent.
That was a great play there. Again, got a bunch of head fakes there because Crowley, both goalies have done well in that fast break situation. And I believe, Mike, was that Fulling that picked it off initially?
Yeah, I think so.
I believe so. We'll double check that. But I believe Fulling is the one that picks up that assist.
8.4 seconds to go. Makes the lead 11-3. Largest of the game for Messalonskee. And a whistle off the draw. It's going to go to Gardiner. Here's Kristen. Clock runs out as Kristen got hit there by Mitchell Marquis, and that's the end of 3. Eagles in control. It's Messalonskee 11 and the Gardiner Tigers 3. You're watching and listening to High School Lacrosse on the Score.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
raising money for our cause, supporting our neighbors, helping to recognize those that should be recognized, providing educational opportunities, working together to make someone's day just a bit brighter. Our employees enjoy being a part of making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Savings Bank.
For the safety of you and your family, 201 Tire Battery and Service on Riverside Drive in Vassalboro offers only the best and most reliable tires and batteries, including used batteries for your ride, cars, motorcycles, and more. And tires for everything. Tractors, lawnmowers, your car and truck, custom rims? Yup, of course. Open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 until 5, Friday till 3. Pet friendly with free battery testing and complimentary ice cream. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta Vassalboro line.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our score crew back here live at Hokefield and Gardiner, 11-3. Messalonskee on top of Gardiner here as we go to the fourth quarter. Next week, playoff softball action on Wednesday, June 5th. It's Messalonskee, or excuse me, it's it's baseball. I'm so sure of myself. It's baseball. Messalonskee home to Mount Ararat, the Class A North quarterfinals at 3 o'clock on Wednesday. Baseball, Messalonskee taking on Mount Ararat, and then on Thursday, the Skowhegan Riverhawks softball team will be in action. They are taking on Lewiston at 3:30. Those will be our first two playoff games, Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday at 3 and Thursday at 3:30. Baseball, Messalonskee and Mount Ararat on Wednesday at 3. Then softball, Skowhegan and Lewiston, Thursday at 3:30. Messo with the ball in complete control, leading 11-3. It's Jack Kinney. Kinney working it to the right. Good defense on him, that's for sure, by, is that Parody? Yes, it's Aiden Parody doing a heck of a job there with a long stick.
Yeah, McKinney helped him out. He turned his stick into him, and Parody took advantage.
Good work.
And then draws the loose ball push, so Gardner gets the ball back. I think Mexico was kind of content there to kind of take the air out of the ball.
Evan Mishu will start it up. It's going to take a heck of a Gardner rally. Down 11-3. Mishu pass picked off. Brunel with an easy steal. Brunel to the net with a fake. Nice one. Goes in, got hit, shoots. Nope, he didn't shoot. The ball taken away?
I think he tried to go behind the back, and it didn't get by the defender.
All right.
It's a block shot, basically.
All right, Tibbetts had it and lost it. Picked up now by Messalonskee. Up the right side, Fulling. Fulling back to the top to Brunel, 11-3. Brunel over to Kinney. Kinney drives in, an easy shot, and a relatively easy save by Logan Crowley, one of his easier ones of the night.
Compared to some of the rest.
There's another pickoff by Brunel. Brunel goes in, and he didn't stop that one. Brunel, pretty easy path to the net, makes it 12-3.
That's unfortunately, I think, the case for Crowley in these clears tonight. Has struggled to do so, and part of that, I think he would admit he has struggled. Part of that is on his defensive players too, trying to help him out, get somebody open. But that's happened way too many times tonight.
Time of the goal, 2:03. And the Meso lead is 9, 12-3, their biggest lead of the night. All right, off the draw, it is one. It's going to end up being won by Messalonskee if Owen Kirk can scoop it, and he does. All right, to the middle is Mitchell Marquis. Marquis.
Who hasn't met contact he doesn't like.
Not at all, man. All right, here's Fulling. Hunter Halley's in, wearing number 7. We talked about him in the pregame show. A goaltender last year, now playing attack. this year.
He was pretty solid, I thought. You could see he was getting used to the game. I think there was an injury late, right, because he had to start down the stretch.
Oh, nice save there with the kick out by Crowley. Got the left foot down.
Look, I know the score.
I know. You could make a case for him.
Says 12-3. Crowley has played, and I do not use this word lightly on a broadcast, he has played a hell of a game, especially in the second half.
He's been magnificent. All right, here is Halley. Halley trying to go in, a triple team. It gets raked out of his stick, and it's scooped up by Tibbetts. Now back with it is Kristen, and Kristen laid it back to Crowley. Now the pass, Marquis almost picked it off. Nagy and Marquis, along with Kristen, all fighting for it over there. And it is Kirk. People hitting each other like pinballs over there.
Kristen, that should be, I was going to say that's a flag.
Yeah, flag. I love a flag thrown 30 yards behind the play.
In the case of that, I think that one's an easy call.
So timeout called, 8:15, or a stoppage with 8:15 to go.
Because that's Kirk hit a player that wasn't involved in the play. You can't do that. And that's, as you pointed out, it was the pinball machine. Marquis and Kristen, and Marquis got the better of the physicality, but those two, I think, have been jawing at each other all night. This is this. You tell me if you think this is good or bad. This is the 8th man-up opportunity for the Gardiner Tigers.
Well, it's good to get man-up opportunities.
Yes. Yeah.
If you don't convert them.
I didn't explain which side.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
My bad.
If you're Messalonskee, you don't want to get into the habit of giving a team and a score there as Dingwell just buried it. Cody Dingwell, he scores, and it's 12-4. That was a man-up goal, and that was a blast.
Yeah, nice little shot fake there to clear. I think to just lull with them just enough and put that one in.
Time of the goal, 3:56. It's 12-4.
And he continues Gardner's streak by my count. 4 goals, all 4 man up.
All right, off the draw, Bell lets it roll over to Brunel. Brady Brunel. To the middle, right to the side. LeClaire missed. Cooper was wide open, but he shot it wide. All right, from the back, Fulling to Brunel. Brady fakes, now goes in front, opening right there, and he lobs it over the shoulder of Crowley. It's 13-4.
Brunel's just so hard to defend because right there, like he likes to play physical, right? He wants to drop his shoulder, and I think you embrace for that, and then you see that goal right there. You go to, I think, load up for it, and he just slips you in. Now he's in front of the cage, and if you're Crowley, you're kind of done for because he gets front-facing, and he's got the whole cage to work with.
Time of the goal, 4:25.
It's also Brunel's hat trick.
So 2 players for Messalonskee with a hattie. Off the draw, Bell scooped it ahead, trying to get it. Farias, he was beaten to it on a good hustle play by Connor Wade, or checked at not Connor Wade, by Tyler Hansen. Now back to Bell. 9-goal lead, your sense of urgency might not be what it normally is, especially a quarter of the way through the 4th.
Yeah, I think that one was just about getting one back. Because this game has been chippy. I think that was just as much the message of, you scored one? Well, okay, we're going to get that one back.
All right, LeClaire. Sure, you want to take a shot at me there, Elijah Farias? Feel free. Because I got a bigger body than you, and I'm not afraid to use it.
I really haven't needed him much tonight. Surprised not to see him get close to the crease and kind of just try and box his way in like we've seen previously.
Yeah, and I think if we had a close game, he would bring out the bully ball, but it's not been necessary. All right, out back. Gardiner comes away with it.
Oh, nice
Crowley and
turnover.
Parent causes the turnover. Ryan to LeClaire. Ryan, that is, to LeClaire.
That was a nice play by Crowley because that pass got deflected, so he came out of the cage to get it, but Parent rode hard and forced the turnover.
All right, here's Kinney. Jack. Forced wide, trying to angle in. Can't shut off there by Kristen. Goes in and tried a grounder, but it was way short. And Crowley ends up with it. Crowley leads Kristen. Under 6 to go. 13-4. Kristen got run into there by Hansen, and he bounced right off it.
Hansen got caught flat-footed.
A fight, Marquis and Nagy. They battle one another. Marquis comes out of there with it. Marquis dished it off to Brunel. Brunel. And the pass up at midfield. It's intercepted. Breaking in now, Parody. Parody drops it off for Elliott. Elliott's had a quiet game for the most part.
I mean, he leads them in points with 3, but it just hasn't felt like it.
Yeah, and he's had a quiet game because Messalonskee has forced him to have a quiet game.
Yeah, they have 3 great defenders, as you've seen. They're physical. They're really good on ground balls, which is important. They're just good. And Witham's been very good tonight, so again, that unit has really gelled well.
All right, Dingwell outside. Dingwell goes wide, reverses. Checked on the play by Hansen. Dingwell to Nagy. Nagy's also had a quiet night. Nagy to Whalen. Back to Nagy. Back to Whalen. Popping out Dingwell. Dingwell looked to shoot. Couldn't get it off. Now back out front to Braden Elliott. Elliott dances in. Elliott goes to the backhand. Now is forced back outside. Look at the great work by Owen Kirk. He'll try it. No, Kirk from behind. A good trail check.
Yes, he got him. I don't know what the penalty. Kirk, I think, is going to sit down again. I must have been, I think, a slash when he initially switched. I say it's another area I think Messalonskee's done a really nice job is they've really handed off players and switched well. So it just hasn't been gaps. I'm going to guess it's a slash on Dexter, though.
All right, so man up here for Gardiner.
That's the 4th time Dexter's gone to the box.
He's been very naughty tonight.
9th man-up opportunity here for Gardiner. All 4 goals are extra man opportunities.
Right, Cody to Elliott. Elliott to Dingwell. Cody Dingwell out back. Over to Nagy. Elliott on the front to Dingwell. To Elliott. Elliott to the side to Nagy. To Chadwick. To Elliott. To Dingwell. Back to Elliott. Right there, Dingwell high.
And just trying to get that box and one to move just enough so you can get a wing shot. Dingwell got a decent look at it, but couldn't put it on cage.
Asher Nagy from the back. To Chadwick. Elliott lost it, got it back. Dingwell. Down low to Whalen. Nagy, good zone setup here by the Messalonskee Eagles inside, decking the Gardiner player there. Logan Cody was Blake Pettengill, the senior, body slammed him.
I think it's actually going to be Marquis. That was straight helmet contact. This is not only going to be a penalty. This might be like you're going to sit for several minutes because you've been naughty penalty.
All right, so it is Mitchell Marquis who's going off.
Yowza. You can see that one again. You're just going to watch the head snap back of Cody and feel bad. Ooh. Yowza.
That is a shot.
That's 2 straight games, Mike. We've had collisions that have made me uncomfortable sitting in the press box.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, did you get an update? I'll pause here when we have more of a dead time on Mim.
Audrey Mim?
Yeah.
Yes, I did, from Chad Foy. And, in fact, I will give it to you right now. I did text A.D. Foy yesterday in the afternoon, asked him about Audrey Mim, who, of course, was hurt in the Messalonskee-Skowhegan softball game, a collision with Kira Cummings in center field, left center field on a fly ball. And he used the National Hockey League protocol. She's feeling better with an upper body injury. He said, and I heard from somebody else too, that she was, quote, coming out of it. I think she was hearing the cuckoo birds, but upper body injury and improving all the time.
We're glad to hear it because for those who didn't get to see, it was a Skowhegan Meso softball game.
It's in the vault.
It absolutely YouTube, centralmainsports.com. You can find it there, always free. But her and
Kira Cummings.
Kira Cummings coming out of center field ran straight into each other. But not only that, Mim, after hearing the description, as AD Mr. Jones went out there to, of course, help as she was down for a minute. We had like a half-hour delay because of it while they were getting her taken care of. Mentioned the side of her face and seeing the replay when I was chopping up the highlights for the score lights. I think she caught Cummings' shoulder square flush on the side of the face. And so that just anybody who's ever, you play a pickup game of basketball, maybe you come off a screen or something, you catch any shoulder, those are not forgiving body part shoulders.
It was a violent collision. Two players coming at each other at full speed. And becoming entangled, intertwined, call it whatever you want to. And Audrey Mim took the worst of it, so it is good to hear that she is feeling better. Kira Cummings left the game, but clearly was not nearly as severely injured. So a good update there. That ends up on Witham, and Witham makes the save.
Yeah, they were Gardiner was only 2 men up there for, I don't know, less than 10 seconds, but still was man up. And again, with him, another nice save.
Kirk in the middle for Hansen. Beats Whalen. Hansen right down Broadway. That's blocked in front by a defender, and it's scooped over to the goalkeeper, Owen Grant.
Hansen's got to be one of the fastest midfielders we've seen this season. He's got jets.
Yeah, Owen Grant with the block there in front, and Crowley picked up the ball.
And for Crowley, I think for breath of fresh,
yeah, really,
he's really
a shot that I didn't have to go crazy, make a crazy save on.
Yeah,
2:20 to go. Elliott, Dingwell, and that was a shot, but it came out of his stick funny. Ball is kept by Gardiner. Elliott. 13-4. Messalonskee in complete control. Dingwell, Joneson for a shot, missed.
Nice adjustment there. Get himself more cage to look at. And I'm a guess on Marquis. I guess we'll see here because if it's normal penalty, he'll be out here shortly. I'm a guess he's going to sit for most of the game because they're going to add the unnecessary caption to it. So Gardner should be, I think, potentially man up most of the rest of the game. There's, 2 minutes left.
Dingwell to Elliott. Elliott fires, and look at that sharp save by the tank, Andrew Witham. That was pretty nice.
I think they're going to get, there's another flag. They're going to get Hansen, I think, those who just saw the Mid-State Machine replay, I think, for basically the follow-through of his body contact.
All right, so 1:44 to go. Today's game brought to you by the Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks always cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. All right, outside Elliott to Dingwell, to the side of the net. The shot, the score by Eben Whalen.
Nice.
It's 13-5.
Yeah, Whalen picks it up on the Dingwell assist. Again, for Gardiner, 5 goals, every single one of them, man up.
Amazing.
It's just Messalonskee has they've put them here in this quarter very recently, 2 man up twice, but they are now on their, I think, 11th man up, Gardiner is.
All right, off the face-off, Garrett Bell. And if you're Messalonskee now, you just want to run clock. Over to Brunel. Or check that to Parent. Parent lobs it out back. That is Brunel. Nope, that's not. That's Cooper LeClaire. Gosh darn it all to heck. Brunel's going to get that ball eventually. He's actually out front.
That penalty expired there. 6-on-6 again.
And a minute to go. And Parent, as Johnny Most would say, just fiddling and diddling. And now Brunel finally gets the ball, just as I suspected.
You predicted it, and they finally made you Nostradamus.
I know the game. 40 seconds left.
Little hidden ball trick.
Jack Kinney and Brady Brunel.
It is legitimately a play in lacrosse to bunch a few guys together and then just hand it off and then come out of a scrum, basically.
All right, Parent over everyone to Brunel. Clock at 20. And the Messalonskee Eagles are going to finish up the regular season with the victory. The clock at 10. The fans will tell you this one is over. The final score in this one, the Messalonskee Eagles 13 and the Gardiner Tigers 5 as they all gather around Andrew with them, their freshman goaltender. The post-game show and our score player of the game coming up next here on The Score.
Spring is the season of rejuvenation and the perfect time to revitalize your home with Renewal by Andersen. Our spring savings event is only once a year. Call Renewal by Andersen to schedule your free window diagnosis and take advantage of this incredible limited time offer. We've installed over 4 million windows, earning us 4.7 stars in customer satisfaction. Call the number below or visit us online today. And remember, call now because these great savings end soon.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight back here post-game. High above field side here at Hoke Field in Gardiner, where the Messalonskee Eagles have finished off the Gardiner Tigers here tonight. No problem for the Eagles. They win 13-5. They scored 3 goals in the first period and were simply on their way. 3-0 in favor of Messo at the end of one. Parent, and Fulling scoring in the first. Gardiner gave up another goal early in the period by Tyler Hansen. It was 4-0 at that point. Finally, Braden Elliott got Gardiner on the board with a goal at 1:39 to make it 4-1. But Hansen came right back, got it back, made it 5-1. Dingwell made it 5-2. 3 straight goals by the by the Messalonskee Eagles to close out the first half. Brunel, Parent, his 4th, and Bell made it 8-2 going into halftime. A goal to start the third period by Owen Chadwick made it 8-3. Yes, it was a man up. Bell made it 9-3. Parent made it 10-3. Parent scored again to make it 11-3, and then it was just a matter of running out the fourth quarter. Brunel scored again for the Messalonskee Eagles, 12-3. Dingwell scored a man up, 12-4. Brunel again, and then Whalen completes the scoring for Gardiner, 13-5. But Ryan Parent, what did he end up with, 5-1?
Yeah, 5 goals and 1 assist. We're running you through the second half highlights, and we'll get you the player of the game, spoiler, Ryan Parent, here in a second. But I just want to point out, as we get segue from, as you run down the scoring, over to our player of the game, honorable mention, or if you wanted to hand out 3 stars, one of those awards would absolutely go to Logan Crawley, who in the second half, the reason it is 13-5 and not 20-5 is specifically his second half was outstanding. He just, unfortunately, Messalonskee, I think, just possessed the ball too much and just had too many golden opportunities. But, man, he was great.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to put it. Our first star is Ryan Parent. We'll get to him in a second. Our second star, certainly Logan Crowley, just as good a game for a goaltender in lacrosse as you can play in a winning or losing cause, in this case a losing cause, but it is no hyperbole to say that it could have been 23-3 rather than, or 23-5 rather than 13-5. But Ryan Parent it is. He is our score player of the game. He gets the Score Bag of Swag. The bag, of course, filled with swag from Central Maine Community College. Your future begins here at cmcc.edu. The swag, of course, is some prime beverage from Valley Beverage in Lewiston, the Score Player of the Game keychain, and a Score T-shirt. Ryan Parent, our Score Player of the Game.
Yeah, no surprise. Again, as I was telling Mike, I think it was at halftime, he has one of the best set shots I have ever seen. As you saw him just place and place and place. Unfortunately for him, in that swag bag is not a spare lacrosse ball because he owes the Gardiner team one after he put that
He airmailed one.
Halfway to Portland, maybe?
No, that's the wrong direction. That's why I said it's Litchfield or somewhere up there. Reed Field, one of those fields for sure. All right, so one more regular season game on our Score Spring sports schedule. It's tomorrow. It's lacrosse. It's Messalonskee girls lacrosse. Greeley and Messo. Should be an interesting matchup. The Rangers and the Eagles, 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon here on the Score. And then we are on to the playoffs beginning on Wednesday when we'll have baseball. It's Messalonskee hosting Mount Ararat. They're going to play at 3 o'clock. And then we move on to Thursday where it is softball in Skowhegan when the Skowhegan Riverhawks play Lewiston at 3:30. So playoff games on Wednesday at 3 in baseball, Thursday at 3:30, and then the semifinals probably Saturday, maybe a Saturday, Monday. We'll have to wait and see again. We've got class nights and senior nights and graduations all coming up, so a lot of mixing and matching with the schedule.
Yeah, just keep an eye on centralmainsports.com or, of course, 1160score.com. The schedules will be up there. Of course, Central Maine Sports on YouTube, you'll see we schedule the streams. If you subscribe and hit the bell for notifications, much like we do, you'll get notified every time we go live, so you'll know exactly what we're doing.
Exactly. So that's going to do it for us here tonight. For Chaz Wing, for Tyler Rigney, he's AJ Knight. I'm Mike Violet saying so long from Hokefield and Gardiner. Final score here tonight in boys lacrosse, the Messalonskee Eagles 13 and the Gardiner Tigers 5.
You've been listening to another high school sports presentation on The Score, supported by these great local sponsors. Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Midstate Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, PJ Diggs, Renewal by Anderson, Assistance Plus, Valley Beverage, Maine Preventative Maintenance, The Harry J. Smith Company, SBS Carbon Copy, JDH3 Design, Dixon's Country Market, and by Casella Waste. Stay tuned for a lot more live video and audio of high school baseball, softball, and girls and boys high school lacrosse. All available at centralmainsports.com, 1160thescore.com, and our YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Please go and subscribe. You found the place for local sports. Sports Radio 1160, The Score.